another one I'd like to see more clarity on is the degree to which binding antibodies, not neutralizing antibodies,
Right.
binding antibodies correlates with clinical protection. Because
It seems like binding antibodies are more important than neutralizing
I
antibodies
I
to some
I have
degree.
to think that because um, Novavax, in terms of binding antibodies, compared to mRNA products, has a much higher response, right? I mean, this is just something that we've seen. It persists for longer. It has a slower decay curve, far slower.
And even when it decays, again, we're talking about this is the thing. I don't know how to get this through people's heads, but I'm going to. I'm going to make people understand it eventually. That we're talking about two different scales of waning. Novavax is so much better when it wanes. It's at an entirely different tier. And instead of waning to nothing, it wanes to what RNA is like normally. And then when RNA wanes, it wanes to nothing. And that was something that was really stark that they said at this meeting is that after a year, people have no vaccine in them at all from the RNA product. And that's not true for Novavax. Novavax augments your bone marrow and has the bone marrow effect that gives you that longer lasting response, but we won't be reaching for that mucosal response. That's why when people are like, they just got one, is that okay? You're like, yeah, it's fine. Like, should I only get one? I'm like, well, what kind of protection do you want? And they're like, well, I want the best protection. Well, you probably need a couple. You know what I mean? But the one or two is still great. It still lasts a really long time. And theoretically, if like everyone got that, we'd be way better off than we are with everyone getting Pfizer. Like I can't even. It just can't even illustrate how important it is to recognize that if we had gone with Novavax to start and gotten it and into everyone's bodies, we would be in a completely different position right now than we are.